Welcome to the deep dive. We've been taking a look at what seems to be on a lot of people's minds recently, especially here in California,
Right.
earthquakes. And specifically, we've been digging into the kinds of things people are actually searching for online.
Yeah, the search query data, it's pretty revealing
It
stuff.
really is. So our goal here, our sort of mission for this deep dive, is to see what these searches tell us about, awareness, maybe anxiety, and just general information seeking about earthquakes, particularly focusing on San Diego and California more broadly.
And we have this big collection of recent searches. Really.
Exactly. And what just jumps out immediately is the sheer volume. Just tons of searches around earthquake, San Diego earthquake, California earthquake, even, Los Angeles earthquake.
It really signals that widespread interest, maybe even concern.
Definitely. It's clearly a hot topic right now.
And it's fascinating how geographically specific it gets right from the start.
Totally.
It's not just a vague earthquakes. It's very much about Southern California, and like you said, San Diego really stands out.
Yeah, that San Diego earthquake phrase just keeps popping up. Earthquake San Diego. San Diego earthquake today. Earthquake in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All variations on that theme. It really pinpoints that very localized worry.
Exactly. And it's not just a general long-term interest either. So many searches have this, immediate urgency.
You mean the now and today search?
Yeah, precisely. We see earthquake now, earthquake today, just now, even things like earthquake 5 minutes ago in California, over and over.
Yay.
It gives you the feeling people aren't just browsing, they're actively trying to confirm if something just happened or is happening.
That immediate need to know, it's quite telling, isn't it?
It really is. What are your first thoughts on that? Why so much emphasis on the right now?
Well, that's a key observation, I think. It suggests this heightened state of alert, maybe triggered by something recent, even a small tremor, maybe something not even widely reported. The sheer number of people asking, was there an earthquake in San Diego right now, today, or a few minutes ago? It shows people hitting the internet almost instantly.
The second they feel something, or maybe hear a rumor.
Exactly. It's like this digital check-in, almost a crowdsourced confirmation system driven by that public concern.
Okay, so let's dig a bit deeper then. Beyond just, did it happen? What else are people looking for?
Well, we do see searches that suggest people want the bigger picture too.
Yeah.
Potential consequences, maybe context.
Like what?
Terms like USGS earthquake or just USGS come up quite a bit.
Okay, that's good, right? Points to a trusted source.
It does, yeah. That's encouraging. And then you also get things like San Andreas fault, earthquake scale, magnitude, even tsunami.
Ah, okay. So it really shows that whole spectrum from basic, what was that, to more informed questions about the science.
Exactly. A range of inquiry.
When people search for earthquake scale, what are they likely after? Just trying to understand the numbers.
Generally, yeah. They're trying to get a handle on the severity. They might hear about the Richter scale, even though it's older.
Still the one most people recognize, probably.
Probably. Or they might be encountering the moment magnitude scale, which is what scientists use now. Essentially, they want a number to understand how big it was, how much energy.
Right. To gauge the potential impact.
Precisely. So searching for the scale means they want to move beyond just knowing it happened to understanding how significant it was or might have been.
Makes sense. And it's interesting that the San Andreas fault specifically comes up so much. For anyone listening who might not be super familiar, remind us why that fault is such a big deal in California.
Well, the San Andreas it's the big one. It's this massive fault line, runs about 750 miles, roughly, through California.
Okay.
It's basically the boundary where two huge tectonic plates, the Pacific plate and the North American plate, are sliding past each other.
And that sliding causes the quakes.
That movement is the main driver for most of the really significant earthquakes we see in California, yeah. And because it's so long, so active and responsible for, major historical quakes.
Like 1906 in San Francisco.
Exactly. Its name is just synonymous with California earthquake risk. So it naturally pops up when people get concerned. It's a key piece of the puzzle.
Okay, got it. So we have the immediate, did it just happen? Searches, then people looking into the science, the scales, the major faults. But it doesn't stop there, does it?
Not at all.
We're also seeing tons of searches that are incredibly specific geographically, way beyond just San Diego or LA.
Oh, yeah. Like earthquake Los Angeles, obviously, but also earthquake Orange County, earthquake Palm Springs.
And even smaller places, right? I saw Julian, CA and San Diego Country Estates in there.
Absolutely. It's clear people are most concerned about, well, what's happening right in their own backyard. or places they know, places they have ties to.
That focus on specific spots, it really drives home how personal this is.
It really does. It's not some abstract thing. It's about my city, my neighborhood, maybe where my family lives.
Right.
Those searches for Julian, for instance, Julian CA, Julian earthquake, that probably points to either, known seismic activity there or maybe a recent tremor that got people's attention focused on that specific area.
And that kind of local focus must be super important for emergency services planning, public info campaigns.
Crucial. You need to tailor information and response to those very specific regional concerns.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting, I think. When you combine those real-time searches with the location ones.
Yeah, like earthquake now, Los Angeles.
Exactly. Or earthquake today, earthquake now, Orange County, earthquake today, San Diego just now. It's like this constant geolocated status check.
People constantly refreshing their search for their specific spot.
Yeah, that level of vigilance.
Yeah.
It's quite something. Could it maybe also suggest maybe a lack of full trust in official channels for that instant update? So they turn to Google instead.
That's a really insightful question. It's certainly possible. I mean, the sheer volume of those real-time local searches might reflect not just wanting info fast, but maybe a feeling that official sources aren't quite quick enough for that very local, right-the-second confirmation.
So search engines become the default first stop.
Perhaps. As a way to quickly gather any information, even if it's not, fully verified yet, it definitely highlights a challenge for official bodies like
The
USGS.
challenge of being both accurate and incredibly fast with very local updates.
Exactly, especially right when something might be happening. And look, we also see searches for things like breaking news San Diego earthquake
Uh,
and specific news outlets, LA Times, San Diego News. That reinforces the idea, too, seeking immediate local reports from anywhere they can find them.
okay, so if we try and sort of wrap this all together,
Hmm.
what's the big picture here? What's the main takeaway from looking at all these searches?
Well, it really feels like there's this very active, for geographically keyed in interest in earthquakes in California.
Yeah, definitely active. And the San Diego focus is strong.
Very strong. And people aren't just, passively curious. They are actively seeking information, often with this real sense of urgency.
The now, today, just now.
Right. About what's happening in their specific town, their specific community.
It really connects to that bigger picture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
These searches are like a window into how the public thinks about and looks for info on natural hazards.
A very valuable window, I'd say. That intensity around specific places, the demand for immediate info, it just underlines how critical it is for sources like USGS to be reliable, yes, but also super accessible and timely.
And local news, too, it sounds like.
Absolutely. They play a huge role in getting that immediate nearby information out.
And it's also interesting just seeing the range of terms, from the really basic earthquake to, more specific stuff like tsunami warning California.
Yeah, that's quite a spread.
It suggests maybe a pretty wide range of understanding out there and different levels of concern.
It certainly does. Some people might just be confirming a little tremor they felt. Others seem to be thinking about much bigger, maybe less likely scenarios for the kinds of quakes we usually get here.
Which highlights the need for public education, I guess,
Mm.
tailored to different levels of awareness.
Definitely. Education needs to meet people where they are, address those different levels of understanding and concern.
And this brings up another point, doesn't it? About preparedness.
Yes. The crucial question.
If people are searching this actively after they think something happened,
Mm-hmm.
does that translate into actually preparing beforehand?
Exactly. These searches show us their immediate reaction, their information seeking in the moment, but they don't necessarily tell us if they have, an earthquake kit at home.
Or if they know what to do?
Yeah.
Drop, cover, hold on.
Right. Do they have a family plan? That link between immediate information seeking and actual preparedness, that's a really important area we don't fully see here.
Okay, so let's try and bring this deep dive to a close then. Looking back at all these earthquake searches, it's just really clear, isn't it? That intense, geographically targeted focus here in California, especially around San Diego,
Absolutely clear.
and that heavy use of real-time words, now, today, just now, it just screams immediate updates needed.
It underscores that desire for confirmation right away.
Yeah. And then the variety of terms, from checking USGS to thinking about fault lines, magnitude, even tsunamis. It shows that whole spectrum of awareness, or maybe worry.
It's a fascinating snapshot. You really get a sense of the public pulse, that real-time anxiety, and the need for instant info when you live somewhere seismically active.
And the way it clusters around specific towns and cities just highlights how personal that earthquake concern really is.
Indeed. These digital breadcrumbs, you could call them, they really show that tension of living in an earthquake country, that constant low-level awareness, maybe, and then that immediate spike in needing to know when the ground might actually be shaking.
Right. So maybe here's a final thought for our listeners to chew on. What does this constant hunt for information right in the moment tell us about the sort of psychological side of living in these areas?
Hmm, that's a deep question.
And maybe how can we as individuals, as communities, bridge that gap? Connect that immediate need for info with, the proactive long-term stuff. Preparedness, resilience planning.
How to turn that right now anxiety into ready for whenever action.
Exactly. Definitely something to think about. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.